My name is Professor Terry O'Brien. I'm a clinical neurologist and I see patients with epilepsy and associated diseases at Alfred Health. But I'm also a researcher and lead clinical trials of new treatments for neurological diseases, as well as do basic fundamental research trying to understand the mechanisms of disease and develop new ways of treating these diseases that can then be taken through to clinical trials. The HomaHack is a really important philanthropic organisation that has raised money to enable researchers to investigate what this very much unknown group of proteins called the Homa genes do in terms of causing neurological problems such as epilepsy or autism spectrum disorder or schizophrenia or post-traumatic brain injury. We know that these where the proteins are in the brains, and they're important in anchoring various receptors into neurons, and we know that mutations can cause disease. Until now, there's been very few researchers that have been specifically researching how these mutations in these genes actually result in neurological problems, and how we devise and develop treatments to improve these problems. HomaHack has seeded grants that have brought researchers who previously were not studying the Homa genes in to start to study the Homa genes. As a result of that, already we've understood more about how they work and have started to develop and identify treatments that potentially could be used to improve the lives of people with these conditions.
My name is Dr Ana Antonic-Baker and I'm a senior researcher, postdoctoral researcher and a co-lead of a stem cell lab here at the Department of Medicine. My research mainly focuses on trying to utilize stem cells as ways to study different neurological diseases and to also find out why some people respond really well to medication while other people don't. The studies that I'm working on, which I think is particularly interesting, and the ability to generate stem cells from patients' blood. So we get a small vial of blood, we can make stem cells from these cells, and then we can make any cell type of the body. We have this in a dish system where we can grow patient-specific brain cells in a dish, and we can test different chemicals and different drugs, either existing anti-seizure medications or other existing drugs, or even novel compounds, and almost target that patient and find the right medication for that patient, almost in a sense like a personalized medicine where patient cells can tell us what drugs could potentially work in a disease or in the patient.
On behalf of the HomaHack board, but also in particular on behalf of the researchers and the patients who will benefit from this research, we thank you very much.